Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to That Wrestling Show. This is our review for the Royal Rumble 2016. This is going to be our second video. We did our predictions. We uploaded it right before the Royal Rumble, so hopefully you guys check that out. If not, we're about to tell you what went down and how, what we think about it.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get our live, not really our live, because that might be fire. So do some live reactions. See how that goes later on down the line. But we're gonna get our thoughts on how today's went because gauging Twitter, people are kind of upset. But we'll get to why they're upset later on. So let's go ahead and get right into the first match of the night, which is a pre-show, which you didn't watch, and you had good reason for not watching.
I think you could sum it up by what are you doing, Mark Henry?
Hashtag what are you doing, Mark Henry? Bruh. But yeah, it was pretty tragic. I think Deontay can sum it up better than I can. So go ahead and tell the audience what Mark Henry did to warrant that hashtag.
Our man, Mark Henry. Well, first off, Jack Swagger had who did? Oh, yeah, Bubba Ray Dudley in a ankle lock. Jack Swagger was on the outside of the ring. Bubba Ray Dudley was half in the ring, half out. Had him in an ankle lock. And Mark Henry gave him did a body slam, or not a body slam, I guess that's what you call it.
I guess splash, a big splash.
A splash. He did a big splash on Bubba Ray Dudley, and then tried turning Bubba while he's halfway out the ring to pin him, which made no sense. And Swagger's like looking at him, and like everything's confusing. And then Mark Henry looks to the right and is like, "Oh yeah, the Ascension guy is laying there," and then just pins him for 3. Like, what happened?
Like, Mark, I don't know what happened. Like, Mark got confused. I don't know why Mark felt the need to, like, I think Mark and Bubba got some beef. Like, there has to be something going on there, because you don't just splash somebody when you could clearly tell as a viewer, Mark's supposed to pin the guy from the Ascension, and what's the other guy? Bubba's supposed to be out on the ring getting his ankle twisted and can't break it up because he's too far away. Like, he's just out of touch, just out of reach from Mark Henry. And Mark just decided, I'm just going to splash this man while he's already selling an ankle lock. Like, anything in the goddamn sense. And I'm glad we didn't watch it. It was a waste of time, but it did warrant this little breakdown at the beginning of this review. So I guess if you want to go ahead and rank that match, it has to be below 0 because we didn't even watch it. We didn't want to give it our time. We didn't want to waste our time when there was precious football on and other things to be doing.
I still can't believe him. Next match. You go on ahead.
All right, so like we predicted in our predictions video, the first match of the night was the last man standing match between Dean and Kevin Owens.
Yes, so this match was really, really cool, man. A lot of cool spots in here. Let me look at my notes.
This was the only match that really featured, what do you call it, like a weapon, so that's why it had a lot of these cool spots. Go ahead.
Well, you forgot about our boy R-Truth.
I mean, but like, you're right. Moment of the night, R-Truth.
But it looks like there was a spot where Ambrose threw Owens like on the announce table, and for whatever reason, Owens is grabbing Michael Cole's glasses. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but he was just trying to grab Michael Cole's glasses. Kevin Owens hit the bowling ball into the barricade, knocked the barricade down. They had a spot with a bunch of chairs, which came into play later. Also, the crowd. I did hear the crowd really, really well during this match. Notably, Kevin Owens told the crowd, "Thanksgiving is in November, moron." A guy in the crowd said, "You got a girlfriend, Kevin. You can't do this." And then there was a couple other chants.
Yeah, somebody was chanting the Canadian theme or Canadian national anthem. So yeah, the crowd, like, it was either super quiet at that stadium or the mics were just super loud that night. Because we like, ring talking was heard, but usually you don't hear the crowd like that loudly. It was crazy. This match at the beginning was everything I wanted, so I wanted to see Kevin Owens dominate Dean. I'm not a big fan of Dean Ambrose, especially now. Back in with the Shield, he seemed to be a better fit, but this I don't know what he is type wrestler Dean kind of annoys me. And well, I was loving the fact that Kevin Owens was asserting his dominance throughout the match, plus adding a touch of cockiness with him taunting Dean while Dean's outside of the ring. So I got what I wanted in the first half of the match, but in the second half, it became more of Kevin Owens selling to Dean, and he was selling the crap out of his finishers. Like Kevin Owens popped up powerbomb Dean, and Dean was like, "I'm good. I'm gonna go and push you off top of this rope." But then fucking Dean does his dirty deeds to Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is selling it. Like he is doing a hell of a job of acting like that move really affected him. So I really enjoyed how Kevin Owens wrestled this match. I just really wish we would have got a little bit more of what he could actually do. Even though this was a match that featured weapons, so you really wasn't going to see his full arsenal. I really like to see this dude go back to his days where he was wrestling like he was doing everything he possibly could to win, instead of this kind of the watered down version we have up to WWE. I just really need Dean to go away because Dean is not as good as Kevin Owens. But Dean ends up retaining the title because he ends up pushing Kevin Owens off the top rope into some tables that Kevin Owens set up, and Kevin Owens doesn't beat the 10 count, and Dean retains the Intercontinental title.
The spot going through the tables, I really wanted Owens to win this match. I felt like he should have won the title, but once Owens set up those tables, in the back of my mind I knew, like, oh, he's going through there. He's going through there.
And we were both disappointed because we both did not get the champion we wanted, but it makes sense, and we'll explain why it makes sense that Kevin lost because of something that debuted, or someone that debuted tonight in today's Royal Rumble.
I ended up being wrong. I had Kevin Owens winning, and of course, Dean Ambrose ended up winning, retaining the Intercontinental title.
Yep. Which gets us into our next match, which is going to be New Day versus the Usos. And we both kind of like disrespected this match a little bit on, no, not a little bit. We both kind of disrespected this match a lot on. You eating chips?
I ain't eating chips. I'm eating. I got some delectable snacks over here.
All right, I got you.
I got, what is this thing called? It's supposed to be like them Valentine's Day, like the cakes, but it's set up in like a bar form.
Got you. No clue what that is, but
it's fire.
I got you. Send me some. But
you can hear the unwrapping.
Yeah, I can hear. I thought you were crunching on a chip. That's what it sounded like. Oh, wait a minute. This is eating chips like mid review. You had 3 hours to eat. Now you want to eat? Like, what's going on right now?
So I love the New Day.
Yeah, the New Day. So New Day versus Usos. And this match was not like we predicted, because we all seen this match on Raw for the past weeks, past months. It's the same shit. New Day versus the Usos. Sometimes the Usos win because Xavier gets kicked out, or Xavier distracts the Usos and they end up winning. And so tonight was a bit different because we saw a more of an array of movesets from New Day. Like there was a spot that we saw where, I don't know which one of the Usos, we'll just call him guy with, they're the same. Both of them are the same guys. I don't know how Naomi tells them apart, but you think that when they were like first going out that they switched, and they were like while they were having sex. You know what? Never gonna talk about that right now. But I'm pretty sure one of them went for the super kick, and Kofi like countered it, kind of like he went for his own like spinning back kick and caught his leg and got into a single leg Boston Crab. It was pretty dope. And then Big E comes in and does a splash on top of his back. So there was some cool stuff in this match that we have not seen before. And then the finish obviously was New Day retaining their titles with a kind of a distraction. Kofi bails out. Oh no, Kofi. Xavier bails out Kofi with putting his foot underneath the rope, which distracts one of the Usos. Usos take him out, and then Big E takes that Uso out, and then Big E tags himself in. Big E catches one of the Usos after he tries to deliver a splash to Kofi, who he thinks is the legal man, does the big ending, and is retaining the title. So the match was pretty cool. I think this might have been the best match of the night, simply because the third match is not that great. But how do you feel about this match?
I really love this match. Like you said, we saw some stuff that we hadn't seen, and like we've seen Usos and New Day face off so much. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to the match. I was just kind of being like, hey, I wonder what Xavier's going to do. I wonder what antics are going to happen. But it was really dope. And the funny part is in this match, the Usos were pretty much the heels.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crowd, every single, like when Uso number 2, because they're the same people. When Uso number 2 got the hot tag, the crowd just booed like crazy. It was hilarious. Also, a funny little thing that happened. The crowd started chanting, "Play Francesca, dun, 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 play Francesca." So Xavier teased it like he was gonna play the trombone, and then just was like, "Nah, you're not getting the trombone," and placed it on the floor and walked away. Really, really good stuff.
The crowd loves New Day. New Day is like they're the heels everybody loves, and this match was really good. Like it was really surprisingly good from what we've been seeing on Monday Night Raw. So that was like I guess that our expectations were so low that we got a good match out of these guys, and now we're kind of overhyping it. But it was a really good match. If you guys are gonna be watching the pay-per-view back, I would say watch this match over. And then probably I would say skip over the third match, which we'll get to. And I'll let Deontay explain it because I can't explain this match without just laughing.
Are we talking about Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah, no, not about him. He was fine. It's the other guy.
So my man Callisto, he's a botch machine, man. This match was so sloppy. It was like I tweeted this out. It was like one of them burgers you get from McDonald's at like midnight. Like it was sloppy when they don't care. They just throw all your condiments and
Yeah, it's
everything on there.
mayonnaise and mustard and all on one side, but the other side's just dry.
Part of it was also because Del Rio was all baby dolled up. He slipped off of him. How you slip off of someone in the ring?
Oh my god, yo, he slipped off of, but no, my man Del Rio, he sold everything like he was like it was a good move. Like Del Rio was like the wrestling a ghost. Like there was a ghost on his like doing all the moves of Del Rio because the way Kalisto was messing him up, you would think that you can't recover from it, but Del Rio did a hell of a job of maintaining or just making this match better than it Wally would have been if he would have just no sold the shit that he did. Crazy.
Yep. So. There's a top rope insecurity that like totally missed. Like he didn't miss. Callisto was supposed to get out of the way, and when Del Rio went for the insecurity, Callisto didn't even move. He just stood still. Like sell the move, sell it. So
yeah, there was a bunch of spots in this match. There's one in particular where Del Rio was on his knees, and then he had his hands up, and Kalisto was trying to do the insecurity back to him. And he ended up like missed like his foot slipped from his hand, and he just like kicked him in the shoulder. And then the finish of this match. By the way, this match had potential to be great because these two guys both are Hispanic wrestlers, obviously, which means that they have a connection, considering that they both probably wrestled in not the same location, but wrestled the same style for the longest time. So Del Rio can probably wrestle in that luchador style. He's just kind of too big for it. But anyway, this match should have been great, and then the finish was just like that put like the shit icing on the shit cake of this match. Yo, this dude went for the Hurricane Rana into an exposed turnbuckle, completely slipped off Del Rio's shoulders. And Del Rio still sold the move and went into the turnbuckle and then got hit with the Salida del Sol and lost the match.
It was so terrible.
So terrible, man.
I'm happy Kalisto won. I picked him to win. I felt like he should have won based on the, booking up to it, but the match was terrible. It
was
so ass, yo.
Bruh, this like I'm gonna go back and watch that match and count how many botches there were. Because I kind of want to blame Del Rio because the baby oil was crazy, but at some point, Kalisto just got to he has to slow down. Maybe because it's like his first like major solo match on a major pay-per-view, so he was just a little bit too antsy and wasn't like following through on his moves. That's always a possibility, but it just seemed like it was just something was wrong. Like I don't know. These two guys should have great chemistry. And tonight we got a bad match. This match should have been match of the night. It should have been match tonight instead of a same match we pretty much get every week on Monday Night Raw, and it wasn't.
The only thing I could think of, man, is that Callisto's he was trying to work it, I guess, more like a lucha style or maybe really fast pace. And since Del Rio's a heel, he didn't work it like he does in Mexico, so he slowed it down a lot. He was a heel, did like big moves and all that stuff. And Kalisto couldn't adjust. Like I don't know.
I don't know. There's a spot where he tried to he jumped off the top rope into a drop kick, but like he drop kicked his knee. It was just bad. Like this was a sloppy match. Like one of the sloppiest matches I've probably seen in recent years. Like that was a pretty bad match, but we got the result we wanted, just not the match that we wanted. So it kind of like soured the experience because I really wanted to see Kalisto like show off his moveset, and now I kind of don't want to see that because if it's anything like it was tonight, it's not going to look good going forward.
Yeah, so I mean, if they could have a match like they did on Raw a couple weeks ago, I'm down. But if they do something like they did here tonight, I
Not
don't,
gonna be
I don't,
good. Not gonna be
nope.
good. So
And it's crazy too because at least from like a lot of the wrestling people I follow, nobody was saying anything about the botches or like the mishaps.
no,
Like everyone was just like talking good about it. I'm like,
it's
did y'all watch the same match I watched?
bro. It's like if that was Sin Cara in Kalisto's spot, it'd have been all over Twitter.
Oh,
I
oh,
just think Callisto at the point where he's kind of like Tom Brady. He's like the chosen one. He just can't be like, you can't hate on the guy. So everybody's gonna ignore the mistakes that he makes. But if that was Sin Cara, bruh, best believe Twitter would have been ablaze with insults.
yep. Because everyone shits on Sin
Yeah.
Cara.
But I gotta give Alberto Del Rio a hell of a job for like I gotta congratulate that man because he did a hell of a job for just selling moves that really couldn't have been sold. Like how does he fuck up a spot where he's trying to pin you and then slips off your back and then you somehow still end up in the situation where you're getting pinned? Like that's some amazing work right there. That motherfucker did it. Like he deserves an Oscar. The Oscars don't really commemorate minorities. He should be there getting one for this because he did a hell of a job this match. My hat's off to you, Alberto Del Rio. And let's go ahead and get to the next match, which is the Divas match before we get to the main event.
This match, I went into being excited. You know, Charlotte's the big heel, Becky is the baby face, and they had like the big vignette, video package that went up beforehand that like got you pumped for it. But the match, in my opinion, it was good. I don't have anything to really complain about. But what happened is the part that like everyone really cared about. Um, my only issue is because of what happened at the end of the match. Where does Becky go from here? There's not really any other divas in the divas division that are doing anything, so it's kind of like, all right, now that Charlotte and insert return here are gonna be in a, having a feud, what is there left to do with Becky?
That's the interesting thing with Becky. Like, I don't know what's for her because with Sasha, when Sasha was there, they had nothing for Sasha. Now Sasha has a goal because Becky's out of the way. But we'll get to that later on. But with Becky going forward, they can either keep her off TV or they can just do these silly ass double tag team matches with her and Natalie or her and when Paige or Talia. I said Natalie, her and Natalia or her with Paige when she gets back. So that's probably going to be her life for a while. But we got to talk about my man Ric Flair just putting his tongue down her throat, though.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He just stuck his gray, old, 70-year. Like, I don't know where. I feel like kissing Ric Flair at this point give you herpes. Like, that dude probably was doing all types of licking back in the day with no dental dams. I feel like that mouth is contaminated. Like, we should, like Becky Lynch used to be attractive. Now she's like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. Because Ric Flair stuck his tongue down her throat. Plus, that should be rape, not rape. That should be a sexual assault. I don't know why I said rape because that's involved this year. But yeah, that should be sexual assault. So HR needs to be called because that was uncalled for.
I can't believe that's the thing that got people talking about the match the most. Like when the match was going on, people were like, "Yeah, this is good," Yeah, go Becky, boo Charlotte. Then that happened. Everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa!" like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. But outside of the ancillary things, this match was actually pretty good. This was a pretty good match. There was a few botches in this match, but this match was pretty good. Like Charlotte did her thing and Becky Lynch did her thing. So I really enjoyed this match. This was probably the second worst match of the night if you had to go on a scale of all the matches, but it was still pretty good for what these women can do. How'd you feel about that?
I was happy with it, especially because the past couple months we haven't had the best matches, Divas matches on TV. Like they haven't, they've been pretty much piss breaks. But this match was actually good to watch, and it led up to something great
At the end. Like I think the ending of this match was greater than the actual match itself. Just because it got the audience hyped. Like the audience was like, because the audience was first match tonight, they were good. Second match, they were good. Third match killed the audience. The third match, the audience was just like, we're done with this, man. Like, this is terrible. The audience saw all those botches. And then this match, the crowd was kind of feeling it. But at the end of it, when they brought out my man Deontay's future ex-baby mama.
Mm-hmm. Sasha. Banks.
Yep. Yeah.
The crowd popped.
Yep.
Pops. So, oh my.
Tell them what happened.
She came out Charlotte's in the ring. She's giving Becky the beat down. And then that's when just you hear her music start. The crowd pops. They already know it's up. And Sasha Banks comes out. First time she's been seen in like a month.
Yep.
And back then they weren't doing nothing with her. So it was as if she wasn't even there. And she came out. She kind of had the little stare down with Charlotte. And then she just turned to Becky and like threw her out the ring, did the little bye thing. And people were thinking, what? Like, she's on Charlotte's side. Like, what the heck?
What on here?
Then she turned on Charlotte. Charlotte was leaving, or Ric Flair left the ring. Charlotte was about to leave, and that's when Sasha gave her a code breaker, a la Chris Jericho, and then put her in the bank statement and stretched her all up.
That bank statement is vicious, bro. She pulled her back. Like, that was like a mean scorpion she had in it, yo.
Like her head was touching her feet.
Crazy.
Like,
yo.
that's how bad. And then she afterwards, held up the title and basically declaring that, hey, she wants her shot.
Yep.
She's next.
I was afraid. I thought they were going to make her a heel. Like, I don't want to heel Sasha. Sasha heel's great, but I want to see her face. And when she did to Becky, when she did to Charlotte, I was so happy because now we get to see her actually wrestle instead of her basically in a three women's tag team match with the black chicks that they all put together. And they all called Ratchet. So this is going to be good going forward because a lot of storylines were established tonight. Going into this new year. And hopefully there's some good ones that come of it. So the match overall, like I said, was pretty good, but the ending was great. And it's going to be Sasha taking on Charlotte probably at WrestleMania, which is going to be amazing. 4-hour show with those two women wrestling.
Yep.
It's going to be good.
They better get on the same time NXT did. If they do, it's going to be perfect.
That's going to be a good show.
It's going to be perfect.
And now on to the main event. The main event. We have the Royal Rumble, and at number 1, we have Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Who still comes down from the crowd.
Reigns.
No clue why. So he comes out there, and his first, or number 2, I guess, entry in Royal Rumble is my man Rusev.
Yep. So, and Rusev was up out of there real quick.
Yep. He got out of there so fast. Like, is it like every 15 seconds somebody comes out? Like, or every 20 seconds?
It's supposed to be 30, but I think they shortened it because, they were running late.
So I think it was every 30 seconds, and they shortened it later on during the match. But Rusev was out of there like in 27 seconds. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, he got out of there so fast.
Yep. And it was kind of one of those things where you saw what happened and you're like, oh, this is what it's about to be.
Yep.
Like, bruh. But then, coming out number 3, AJ Styles. He got to keep the phenomenal in his nickname. He came out with the same exact ring gear, did the same entrance he does with the hoodie. It was clean.
Yo, my man Deontay marked out. I kind of feel bad because his reaction was much better if my man Mark didn't hop in the call and just ruin it. He was like 13 seconds ahead of everybody. But Deontay was ecstatic about what he saw with AJ Styles. And I kind of missed out on the AJ Styles like bandwagon. He's been wrestling for like 18 years. So he's been around, just never in the WWE.
Yeah, well, he was in WWE at one point, but he was never signed. Yeah. I don't believe. He if you go back, I think it was like in 2002, 2003 or something, you can actually find a match of him wrestling on Velocity.
Was he the one that jobbed out to Hurricane, Mr. Hurricane, whatever the hell his name was?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I think that was like early 2002. It was right before he went to TNA. Because before that, he was actually like developmental in WCW right before they closed.
Gotcha.
And so he did that, did the tryout at WWE, nothing happened, went to TNA, Ring of Honor, then New Japan, and became basically one of, if not the best wrestler in the world. And now he's here in WWE.
Yep. And I hope he's up in the main roster. What's up?
Interesting. we didn't see a Styles Clash tonight. They
I,
teased it literally like 4 or 5 times. They never let it happen. They're holding it.
I don't think we're going to see one. I feel like he's going to have to change his finisher.
Nah,
Like if they don't, if they
because
don't,
even Michael Cole, like when he was gonna hit it, they were like, "Oh, he was setting up for the Styles Clash there." Like I don't think that they can make him change his finisher because he's been using that for like 15
I know,
plus years.
but it's
Like,
breaking people's necks though.
but that's their fault because they don't know how to take it.
Okay,
You're
but
not
then like
supposed to
at
bend
the
your
same
neck. You're
thing,
supposed to lay flat.
they got rid of the curb stomp because of nonsense. They got rid of the dirty. They got rid of Dean's first finisher. They got rid of the package pile drive. Like they're not gonna. He's not gonna keep the Styles Clash. But we're not gonna talk about this right now. We'll debate this later on. But they're not gonna let him keep that move. All right, he comes out at number 3.
Yes. So number 4 was Tyler Breeze. He got in some offense, then got cleaned up real quick. Yep. We only had one social outcast, which I was disappointed with in the Rumble. That was Curtis Axel. He lasted a little bit. Nothing important there. Then we got Chris Jericho, who actually stayed in it till the very end, almost the very end, which is interesting. He lasted, I think they said like 48 minutes or something. Crazy. Then we got Kane, who nothing special there. What is this? Did you send me something?
No, that was E-Rock.
Oh. And then we got Goldust. But next up, my man Ryback. You get talking.
Yo, this was Ryback. The greatest. Like people keep saying this wasn't a good Royal Rumble. Like there was some spots that made me mark. Like this was one of those. Ryback comes out, and I don't really care for Ryback that much. Ryback's just another guy, in my opinion. But he comes out, and then he immediately delivers 2 shining wizards to 2 guys in the corner. He just stole CM Punk's move. Like he tweeted out about like a while ago saying he's gonna take the GTS, the running knee in the corner, all this shit, and you actually see him hit that move on 2 people tonight. It was ridiculous. Oh, Ryback was out of control.
It was so funny.
Bro, it was great. Yeah, it was great. Ryback he came out there, gave the crowd a quick. I'm surprised we didn't get any CM Punk chants.
Right?
Like that screams CM Punk. I wonder why. How does he have permission?
I think it's because
I
don't know.
Like you would think, nothing reminds him of CM Punk. No, we're not doing it no more. And they're letting him do the damn shining.
He's gonna go in the bags and be like, "God damn it, Ryback! Why were you doing the knee in the corner?" And he's gonna be like, Ryback's gonna just be like, "Feed me more."
Golly. So he comes out. And what number did he come out at?
He was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, so now number 10. Who was that?
We got Kofi of the New Day.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
When Kofi came out, it was funny because they were coming down to the ring, and Xavier Woods was running to the ring and was acting all pumped up like he was going to get in, but then Kofi got in. Cool spot with Kofi later down the line, and it ended up leading to his elimination. He got thrown over the ropes, and Big E caught him, and they just started parading around the ring chanting New Day rocks and holding up their unicorn horns. And then they took someone in the front rows drinking popcorn and proceeded to eat popcorn for like the next 5 picks.
They're the greatest thing on the roster. Yeah, they're the greatest thing on the roster, man. I love those guys.
Who would think of that? They're parading around the ring and they see some dude with a drink, and Kofi's like asking for the drink and takes a sip out of the man's straw.
Yeah,
and then they just start eating his popcorn.
Yep, and just having some fun. Yeah, just love it.
Oh, those guys are so good. Next up, we get Titus ONeil
running out of control to the ring. Dude runs so
throwing dudes around.
Yeah, that dude was a football player. Don't know how. Like he doesn't run straight. Like he runs. That dude is so massive though. He got in the ring and just took everybody out. Man, crazy, yo. Over here tossing Jericho, who else did he toss?
He tossed Kofi. He was tossing Goldust.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Stardust, who we'll get to in a little bit. He came out a little bit later. Like, I like Titus ONeil a lot, man.
I do too. I just wish that he just had if he could hone his strength and know like when he should be using it, it'd be great. But he just doesn't care. He doesn't know how strong he is, which is crazy for a
See,
guy that's
I actually like that. Like,
recklessness.
yeah, like that. I know it's part of it may be unsafe down the line, but it's
Yeah,
just so
this is why I'm
fun.
worried because like, if he's ever in a match where he has to like throw somebody in precision, like imagine if he shoved Kevin Owens off the rope tonight. Kevin Owens wasn't in the crowd. No, right. He would have shoved Kevin Owens into the crowd if he was in Dean's spot. Like that's how out of control Titus ONeil is with his strength. Like it's
Imagine him, dude. Imagine him throwing Callisto. Like he might throw him out the arena.
he just needs to rein that in just a tad bit. But you know, he came out there and cleaned house and ended up.
So,
You know, he did a good job. Though. He did a good job of getting the crowd hype. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
yep, he came in, did his part. You know, big guys typically, Royal Rumbles, they come in and throw dudes around. That's what they do. But next up, you got to talk about my man R-Truth. He was next.
All right, so R-Truth. I don't know when they discovered that R-Truth is the funniest guy on the roster, but he came down to the ring running, and then he instead of going in the ring, he goes below the ring and takes out the largest ladder you can find, just the largest ladder you can find, throws it in the ring. Meanwhile, New Day's on the outside of the ring. Big E and Xavier just staring at him like, what the hell is this dude doing? What is he doing? He gets in the ring, he sets the ladder up, climbs it, and then reaches up, and then there's no belts. There's no belts up there, and he realizes he made a mistake. He thought it was a, oh my god! He just thought it was a match for the tag title. What tag title? Wow, the heavyweight title. That's going to be. You had to go up there and get a ladder match, whatever the hell he call it. You know, it was a ladder match, and then Kane takes him down and then shoves him out of the ring, and yeah, that was the end of R-Truth. And I think this dated back until when he thought he was in that match. What was it? Elimination Chamber? What match do you think he was in? Was it Money in the Bank?
Yeah,
Yeah, he thought he was in
I think it was.
thought he was in a match, and then he realized he wasn't in a match, and then he said, "Oh, my bad," and just left. So now R-Truth the gimmick is I don't know what is going on tonight. That's his entire gimmick now.
I love R-Truth,
Yo,
even though he still has me blocked on Twitter.
yo, I honestly think that they didn't tell them R-Truth was going to do that because their reactions looked genuine, like they were fucking surprised.
Yeah, like they probably the only one who probably knew was Kane
Yeah.
because he was gonna throw him out.
Yeah,
Like everyone else was like, what is he doing?
Roman Reigns was in a corner, like selling death at the same time, just laughing. It was ridiculous. So yeah, he gets thrown out by Kane, and then immediately, who comes in next?
After R-Truth, we had Luke Harper.
Harper first Wyatt in the ring.
Yep, first Wyatt. Then we had Stardust. Nothing important there. Then we got Big Show. We had Neville, which we ended up getting a little bit of offense from. I think we had a little bit of altercation with Neville and AJ Styles, who was still in at the time, which I was excited for because that'd be a match I'd like to see. After Neville, we have Braun Strowman, who, next Wyatt I don't like. Then we had Kevin Owens.
Yep, limping his ass to the ring.
He sold that match so perfectly. He limped until he got to the ring, and then he just ran inside and was like beating up dudes.
Yeah,
like,
I'm good. Yeah, I was faking. I thought I was hurt. I'm good. He played everybody in the ring, even me.
Yep.
Yep, he got in the ring and immediately starts going at it with AJ Styles, and the crowd's going fucking crazy. Like the crowd
because
is
that's like pretty much an indie dream, like match that people want to see. And Kevin Owens ended up throwing out AJ Styles.
Yep.
And when he threw him out, he yelled, or when he was actually fighting him, I remember he yelled like this is or welcome to WWE. That's what he said when he threw him out. Welcome to WWE.
And then wasn't the next person to come down to the ring the other guy?
Who's it? Actually,
not yet.
Next was Ambrose. Oh,
okay.
We actually forgot to say something. Or I guess it was around this time. I think it was maybe right when Ambrose came out or right before something. We got to talk about Roman Reigns. What happened with him?
Oh yeah, that happened. That fucking thing
I
happened.
forgot about that.
I didn't care that it happened. So basically, because the WWE thinks we're dumb and that we don't know how rules work, the League of Nations comes out, pulls Roman Reigns underneath the rope, and then they proceed to beat him up with Vince McMahon out there cheering them on. And then they get to the point where they're not done beating him up. They throw him on a table, the Spanish announce table, obviously, because that table always gets broken at every single pay-per-view. And my man Rusev decides he wants to be a goddamn bird and fly and land on Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns was pretty much taken out of the Royal Rumble due to injury, but he wasn't eliminated. So that's what happened to Roman Reigns at around this time. He pretty much left because they wanted to go ahead and build up some more suspense of who was going to win, even though we all knew Roman Reigns was going to be coming right back to the damn ring.
Yep.
So,
and funny thing to mention, I don't know why he did it. I don't know what's up for Rusev. He's hilarious. He walked to the back with Vince, Sheamus, and Alberto Del Rio with one of the announce table monitors. Why was he carrying the monitor? He was just walking with it, like, for no reason, like it was a lunch box and he was on his way to eat lunch. Like,
you can't watch TV on those. It's not wireless. Like, why was he carrying
it was like his souvenir of what he did.
Crazy.
He was just like, all right, I'm going to take this with me.
Yeah,
this is mine now.
He got kicked out in 30 seconds and wanted to take something as a reminder of what happened. Like, it was ridiculous, yeah. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Roman Reigns is going to the back, and then you guess Dean's coming out as Roman Reigns is. Was he already out there?
I don't
I
remember.
He was already out there with Roman Reigns before he got took.
Yeah,
he was.
Because after Ambrose, that's when Sami Zayn came out.
Yep, Sami Zayn made his debut in the WWE. Well, not his debut because he was out there fighting Cena for open challenge, but he made his debut since his injury at the Royal Rumble, where Kevin Owens was still at, which got the crowd hot as well.
Yep, crowd was hot. Kevin Owens' facial expressions were out of control, and they ended up fighting, just going after each other. And Sami ended up throwing out Kevin Owens, which leads to, like you said, why Kevin Owens did not win the title.
Because they can't give Kevin Owens the title when he's going to be feuding with Sami Zayn probably until WrestleMania. So that's why Dean had to retain. That's why I'm kind of mad Dean retained, but at the same time, it makes most sense. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn is going to be a thing going on for about the next couple of months. WrestleMania is not until April-ish. Is it April or is it March this year?
Yeah.
Is it April?
I don't even know.
So it's about 3 months away, more than likely. So it's going to be an interesting time to see how they let these guys go at each other. If they're going to be fighting each other a lot going forward, or if it's going to be more like a slow burn where Sami Zayn has to like build his way up to fight Kevin Owens. So that's going to be fun to watch because they can give good matches. Those two guys can deliver great matches. So hoping that they give them some time to work with, especially. WrestleMania is going to be lit this year. Kind of bad I can't go. It's going to be lit this year.
I'm kind of thinking about it, man. London, he was telling me he got his tickets mad cheap. I might need to.
Yeah, I got to find out where he got them from.
Well, he didn't get them this year, but like he went in the past, and he got good seats for like $100.
Yeah, so we're going to go find some tickets. If you go, I go.
Ooh, be lit.
Yeah, it would be. So, and then Sami Zayn actually ends up eliminating Kevin Owens. And that's how Kevin Owens ends up leaving the match. And who else comes after that?
After that, we got Rowan, Eric Rowan from the Wyatts. And then our man, Mark Henry. He came out, got cleaned up.
He's nobody's man. He's nobody's man. He needs to retire. Like everybody hates the Big Show, but the Big Show kind of serves a purpose. Mark Henry doesn't at this point.
Yeah, that's true. At least Big Show, he's doing a little bit more.
Yeah. So, anyway, Mark Henry comes out. I don't even know what he does in the ring. I don't even, at this point, I'm not even paying attention, I don't think. I'm just worried about, because I'm kind of mad at this point. I'm like, okay, Roman Reigns is not out of this match. So, when is he going to be coming back? That's what I keep saying to myself. So, I'm not really paying attention to anybody else in the ring right now.
Yep. So, at this point, the Wyatts are pretty much dominating.
Yep.
They've thrown out Sami, Neville, Stardust, like everyone. It's pretty much the Wyatts, along with like Roman Reigns, who's in the back somewhere selling death, and Chris Jericho who's selling death in the corner. Like he pretty much didn't do hardly anything the whole match. He just sold death.
Yep, no, he didn't do anything until he got his lunch spot.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later on.
He did take out the New Day. He's the one who eliminated Kofi finally.
Okay.
That's pretty much his highlight, which kind of makes sense because he was calling him Rudy Tooty Booty. So that happened, and then we get Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock comes out.
Oh boy, Brock Lesnar came out, and the crowd was so hot. He came out a little bit earlier than I thought, but he started cleaning the house, threw out all 3 members of the Wyatts, got Harper up out of there, got Rowan up out of there, and got Braun Strowman up out of there.
Yo, did Brock get pyro tonight?
What up?
Did Brock get pyro tonight?
I don't even know.
Okay, it's a random question. I thought he might got pyro because that dude always gets pyro. But yeah, Brock comes in, cleans house, knocks out all those guys. And then I think who comes out after Brock? After Brock dominates.
Jack Swagums.
Who catches it at 5.
And then got up out of there.
Yep.
The Miz who came down, this was actually before he threw out the Wyatts. Miz came down and didn't even go to the ring. He hopped on commentary and started talking about how Brock was doing suplexes to everyone, and yeah, do that, Brock, continue, basically trying to wear him down. And then that's when Brock threw him out. Then we get Alberto Del Rio, who I forgot oily. He was even in the match.
He was less oily this time coming out than he was at the beginning of the show.
Yes, less oily. See, now if he had the match with Kalisto, it may have been a little bit better.
Maybe.
I almost forgot he was in the match because he did nothing in the Rumble. Like,
no, he didn't anything. He was just out there to fill space because they probably want to bring him back from NXT up yet.
Yeah, so I was like, what? I totally forgot he was even in there. So after him, we got Bray Wyatt, who, was supposed to have to do it on his own. There's a stare down between him and Brock, and all the Wyatt members surround the ring and basically jump him. Brock gets him up out of there real quick. So then it's just going to be Brock and Bray, but they hop back in there and basically demolish Brock Lesnar and throw him out.
Which sets up an interesting storyline for going forward. I'm surprised Brock didn't go in the ring and try to throw out fucking Bray. It didn't make any sense to me. Like, Brock's kind of a petty guy. Like, when Brock lost his title, when he didn't really lose it, because Undertaker kind of cheated, he came out on F5 to everybody. Like, even Michael Cole got the F5. Like, why didn't he go in the ring and just clean house? I was so confused.
That's what I was thinking, because that's Brock's, thing. He doesn't care if you're a heel or face. He's just going to F5 you and suplex you.
Yep. And we didn't get that tonight. We pretty much got Brock just disappointed and sweaty, and he just walked out while Bray still in the ring just celebrating. It didn't make any sense that happened, but I don't know what they're going to do going forward with Brock versus the Wyatt family, because the Wyatts have not won anything in recent memory. So if they go to WrestleMania having to fight Brock, Brock's going to win.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a weird thing they're doing right now. Unless the Authority put it up. I don't know. It's just a weird angle they're playing. We'll see how it works out going forward, but I don't have any faith in this storyline this year.
Nope. I have no... It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, they could put on a good match, but we know the outcome.
Yeah, it's
unless whatever. I mean, unless Brock's going to put him over, but it's kind of too late at this point.
Nah. Especially
Bray's took so many L's.
I'm tired of seeing Bray on my TV anyway. But yeah, that happened. So Brock walked out, and then I think we
got Dolph Ziggler.
I think once Brock walked out, Miz came in the ring. I think he was just afraid. And Miz comes in, then Dolph Ziggler is in the ring as well. Which I got.
Yeah, Dolph's in, and then Sheamus is coming down, and as Sheamus is coming down, oh boy, look who returned!
Look who no-sells the shoulder injury he established earlier tonight.
Roman Reigns made me so mad. He completely acted as if nothing what happened earlier happened. Nope. Like, he went to the back and they just shot him up with some stuff, and he came out. Superman punched Sheamus, ran in the ring, threw out Del Rio, threw out Miz, no, I think Ziggler was still in there maybe at that point, but he threw out pretty much everyone who was left. And I'm like, what are they doing? At that point, it was Ziggler, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho of all people, still in there, and trying to look, and Ambrose. Dean is still in this thing. Number 30 is gonna hit. People wondering who it is, and time to play the game. Time to play the game. Triple H comes out with the water, just crowd pretty popped because they didn't want Roman Reigns to win. Like Roman Reigns came in there cleaning up house, they were booing.
Bruh, they were booing the entire night for Roman Reigns got offense in, but they were fucking extra loud. Yep. When he came back, because he didn't sell anything. He came back like he was I understand he probably went to the back and got a shot of Toradol maybe, so he was loose. But they don't let you know any of this shit. You gotta let the audience know that he is getting some attention. He's taking his shot and he's gonna come back and he's gonna feel much better. But he just comes back and pretty much acts like Super Cena, and so everybody was mad as hell.
Nothing what happened earlier happened. Like ridiculous. If he came out like limping and if he came out with the Kevin Owens, I would have been happy.
Yeah. He came out fucking just super fucking amped and jacked and cleaned house, but then Triple H comes out and somehow Roman Reigns is such a heel. Like Roman Reigns is a face but a heel, and he made Triple H into a baby face tonight.
Oh yeah, Triple H is literally the biggest baby face in the company. He's what Vince sees as John Cena. Like Triple H is the ultimate baby face. It's so funny. So, and what I found interesting is the final two were not Roman Reigns and Triple H.
No, you would assume it would be those two.
Yep.
It wasn't. So, to get to this final two, there was 4 left. What happened?
Well, it was Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Triple H, and Roman Reigns. Chris Jericho was the first of the 4 to go. Mm-hmm. Do you remember how he got eliminated?
Roman Reigns threw him out of the ring.
Oh.
Just threw him out. Because Jericho got some offense in. Jericho lion salted.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody, and then he gets thrown out of the ring. Roman Reigns throws him out of the ring, and then Triple H throws Roman out of the ring.
Yep, so immediately after Roman threw Chris Jericho, you know how after they throw him out, they're kind of like looking over the ropes. Triple H just comes up, scoops Roman Reigns, throws him over.
Yeah.
And the crowd was so happy.
They're like, yay!
They were cheering so loud. And it came down to Dean and Triple H.
I think it was a combination of cheering for Dean and also cheering that Reigns got eliminated. Like, it was just like, yes, we're not going to have to deal with your shitty title no more. You're going to get Dean. You know, Dean's not much better than Reigns. Like, I think if I had to choose somebody, it would be Dean. But just because Reigns is not that good. But we got Dean and Triple H in the ring, and I thought that Triple H was just going to walk out of the ring. Just give Dean the title. You know how crazy that would have been?
Yo.
He throws out Roman Reigns, and then it's him and Dean. He just leaves, and that can maybe cause a rift between Reigns and Dean. Yo.
Ooh.
That could have been clean, but we didn't get that. We didn't get that from Mr. Shovel himself.
So the GOAT, the greatest of all time, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the man who's given knees to Steph, Triple H, had a little battle with Dean. They both got in their offense. And then there was this spot where Triple H with the saves. His saves were clean.
Bruh. Them saves my heart jumped on the first save. My heart legit jumped.
Yeah. So he took a super kick from Ziggler. And when he took that super kick from Ziggler, he was on the side and he fell. And as he was falling, he just stuck his right hand up and caught the rope so clean. So clean. I thought he was out too.
Bruh, that shit, my heart jumped. My heart, it's all fake, obviously, but I thought he legit got eliminated, man. That guy, that was ridiculous. It was out of control. And then he had another one later on with Dean tried to go for the spear. He actually hit the spear, and Triple H jumped up. Like, he was not trying to like. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, that jump up was dope. So Triple H is on the side of the ring. He's on the outside, and Dean's running back the second time to try and hit him with the spear again. Triple H does the shoulder into the gut, and then sticks like his body in, and then just flips Dean over and wins.
Mm-hmm.
So our COO of the company is now the champion. Triple H in 2016 is your world heavyweight champion.
14 time.
How do you feel about it?
Champion. Anybody but Roman Reigns at this point. Like, I understand what they're trying to do. We're gonna end up getting Roman Reigns versus Triple H probably at WrestleMania anyway. So I wanted, like, that match is gonna be terrible too, by the way. That's probably gonna be the worst match that night. But Triple H loves these out of control entrances, so at least we'll get that. But as long as they can just keep stalling time until Seth gets back, and just try not to give the title to Roman Reigns because he's not their guy. Like, he's not my guy. Like, I think we're in a different era now as wrestling fans. We used to like the big guys, not no more. And Vince is stuck in his ways where he keeps trying to give us these big champions. And I'm cool Triple H being the title holder until they find somebody that can hold the title that's not Roman Reigns. Like, build some other guys up that can actually take that title off of Reigns, and maybe then I'll be cool. But as of right now, there's nobody that really can beat Reigns. So as long as somebody that has it, that's not going to lose it for another 3 months, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, back in the day, like, even though I know, like, Vince likes big guys, a lot of guys that weren't big held the title, but I felt like Vince or WWE themselves were reluctant to give it to him. Like when Benoit won. Benoit should have had that title a lot earlier, but it took him that long. Eddie Guerrero, same thing. Like, Eddie should have had it a lot sooner, but he didn't win it till 2004. Chris Jericho, when he was the undisputed champion, Chris Jericho's a small dude. Like, I couldn't believe, like, you look back and compared to the other guys that had the titles, like Taker and Triple H and Stone Cold and The Rock, like, when you see that Chris Jericho was the undisputed champ, like, that's surprising. When Rey Mysterio had the belt, like, all these guys, it took them a long time to get it. But I feel like with this new era of guys, there's a lot of smaller dudes that deserve it or could possibly be it that aren't like the look. But I don't know if they're ever going to get it because of Vince. If Triple H is booking it, they'll get it.
Yeah, they'll get the opportunity too. But because of Vince wants the same prototype. He wants John Cena. He wants Roman Reigns. He wants Triple H. He wants the guys that are jacked. And I'm telling you, like, that's not the way to go look for a champion no more. You got to like find guys that, like, Seth Rollins is my guy. I love Seth. I love Seth Rollins. Like, he's pretty much going to be the future of well, he's not even the future because before him, Cody Rhodes was that type of guy where he was just slim and he can do it all pretty much except for like lift dudes over his head and hold them for like 18 seconds. But like, it's going in a different direction now. And hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll see more of these guys built like Sami Zayn, built like even Kevin Owens, bigger than like, that's not the prototype guys win these titles because I feel like that's way better than what we get, which is the same big ass musclehead dudes. Except for Brock. Brock's different though. Brock's an exception. I love Brock, but everybody else is pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much now we're in an era where us as fans, for the most part, if you're good at wrestling and you're good on the mic, we like you. It doesn't matter how you look. If you're a good wrestler and you can talk, then take it from there. You could be something.
Yep, pretty much. And like and if it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't work out for you. But you got to find something that works for you. You can't keep forcing people like these guys down our throat. Because eventually we're gonna get sick of it. That's what's happening right now with Reigns. They keep giving us the same shit. That's why the crowd marked so badly when he got eliminated. That's why the crowd is happy to see that guy fail because they hate him because of what you see in him. So I'm hoping that in the next couple of months, either Reigns, something like, know what they should do with Reigns? Just give him another fake injury, like, well, not fake, but like just give him another like a hernia injury where he's off TV for a while, and just have him come back different.
I say have him come back because I know they want him to be a face. I think Reigns could work good as a heel, but if you want to have him face, you pretty much have to go the Stone Cold route with him, but without being on, or you actually not Stone Cold. Sorry, you have to give him in a Brock role. Like, you have to have him just come in and beat dudes up and leave. Because he's not very good on the mic. And because they have him as a face, they keep feeding him all this stuff to say that's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And they put him in these storylines that nobody cares about. If he just comes in, throws a bunch of dudes around, spears people, gives some Superman punches, and leaves, people might like him. And he won't be so forced that way either.
Yeah, I just something needs to change with him, but he got 3 months to figure it out. So it ain't my job to book him, just my job to let you know if I like him or not. And as of right now, I don't like Roman Reigns, and probably am not going to the way they keep booking him. So Triple H is your new 14-time WWE Heavyweight Champion, and that is going to be the review for that wrestling show. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Texas. My co-host, or it's not my co-host really. He's basically one half of the show. Deontay. He's going to be pretty much doing a lot of the wrestling stuff you guys will see over here, mostly. So get to know him because he's a pretty cool guy.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for listening or watching. And in the comment section below, tell us what you think about the Royal Rumble. Give us, whether you thought it was good or not, or if maybe you didn't like it, what would you have done? Let us know.